here. You're ready. Welcome to my world.
Alright, so we have Gogeta out of his cardboard prison. You can see there standing perfectly still there for you guys, doing a nice little show off of his fist. Let's see how tall this figure is, so that way you can see how he scales. Obviously he's going to scale well with the Dragon Ball Z figures and Dragon Ball Super figures. So looking from right here, it looks like at the top of his, hairline, he's about 5.5 inches, close to like maybe 5 5/8. And then the very top of his hair, he's looking around 7 inches, close to like, about 7 inches or so. So I could be wrong. You can berate me in the comments if you'd like. I don't care, but that's how tall he is from my eye and from that measuring tape has showed, or actually I like to say the special device that I use to measure my figures. So we're gonna look at this figure's paint right real quick. If you could look at it, you can see it has a nice shiny blue hair, like Tamashii Nations has said that they would in Bandai. But the paint on the hair looks really nice. You can see how it glistens in the light here. The face accuracy to the show and cartoon and movie looks really good. I mean, not much problems there. We can see here on the pants that they actually did some shading. You can see that there's like little black speckles or little black spots that they put very lightly right here on the knee part. So it gives it more of a dramatic effect. I really do like it a lot. This little piece right here is actually nice soft plastic for the vest. These little vest cuffs or shoulder cuffs for the vest are on a hinge. It's on the back of the bicep. I feel that they could have done that better. I don't know, it just feels awkward when it comes to posing. Now let's look at articulation wise with this figure. You can see he can look down quite very well, but looking up is going to be an issue because of the collar. The collar makes it very difficult for him to look up. So if you want him to look up, you're going to have to use his diaphragm joint to be able to do that. But then we have a problem here. We have gapping. This is a big flaw for me as for figures, because let's say if I want to do something pretty crazy or some kind of pose, we have a gap, and that does not look good. If you push it down, it won't gap, but you can't lean him back too much. If you use his crotch joint here, you can see you can get leaned back, but if you wanted to get more, you couldn't. But you can see the joint inside looks pretty neat. But he does crouch forward really well. There is some gapping in the back, but depending on how you pose him, you might not be able to see that as well. Let's see here. So now we got the diaphragm joint. As for arms, they swivel 360 degrees. We got a butterfly joint here that opens out quite nicely, so you can get a nice good range out of that. We do have a bicep swivel here. We have what looks to be a single jointed elbow. I want to say it's double, but you know what, my figure came very stiff. I don't want to force it. Yeah, it is double jointed elbow. We get about 90 degrees, so that's expected for most figures. I wish we got a little bit more, but Vegetto's buff, so what you can say. So the cuffs here looks like it's a molded plastic. It's not just painted on there. They actually put some plastic on there and then they painted it. The wrist swivel as well. Nice little hinge too. So that's a good set of articulation there. And we also have a nice little shoulder joint there to be able to get the arms across the chest, so we get a nice good Kamehameha effect if you needed to, so that way you can be most accurate when posing. Now we have a waist swivel as well. The belt hides the articulation. The belt is also articulated with this little sash here, so you can articulate it if it's flying in the wind, depending on how you have him posed or what you're using him for. You can have the sash match that as well. Now for the crotch, it also goes back very well, so that means he can kick very high, as you can see here. Get very high, and it can kick back almost all the way. So that's a very good range of motion when it comes to kicking. So you'll be able to get a lot of great poses for that. So let's see here. You can also go wide. There we go. Let's see that there. And then we have the knee. We have a double jointed knee. We're using the new technology from the new Goku, where it has a little cap over the knee. I mean, these look a lot better than the 1.1s that came out many years ago. So, and then we don't have a calf swivel, but we do have a ankle swivel. We have a little bit of an ankle nudge here, and then We do get a toe hinge, and we get ankle pivot as well. So you got a good variety of articulation here with this figure. Like, this figure came very stiff for me, so I'm like trying to be very careful for it because I don't want to break it. But the figure seems solid as well. So let's get into the accessories. Okay, so here's the special part of this review. I have the Demoniacal Fit heads, which are above the original SH Figuarts heads. As you can see, the Demoniacal Fit heads pretty much just copied the SH Figuarts heads. They repainted them, and they only gave us 2 other facial expressions that they didn't give us from the original release of the Gogeta figure. So it's pretty much the same 3 face plates for the Super Saiyan, and for the regular non-form, they just gave us the other 2, which is the screaming and the smirking face, or the serious face that has no expression. That's pretty much it. Everything else is the same. That's the only thing they gave us. They gave us 5 other expressions, and they also gave us, you know, the head sculpt for it, so you can have that, and you can also use it with the original release as well. So in a total now, I have, you know, basically 6 faceplates that I can mess around with this figure. The paint apps on the Demoniacal Fit one are great. They're something to be talked about. Let me focus in real quick so you can see for yourself. But bam, look at that. You can see the green in there. It looks really great. The shine of the hair. You can see the shading in there as well. It almost is like they use the same paint. So you won't have an issue mixing and matching those with your figure. So let's check out the hands. Okay, for hands, you can see that he has 4 pairs of hands. He has the 2-fisted hands that come with him in the package. He has the martial arts hands that have him be able to do his awesome pose that he does in the show. And then he also has his Kamehameha hands, or his slightly gripping hands. And then he has his 2 hands that are wide open palmed, you know, for any other poses you want to use them for that as well. And so the paint on this, they're pretty much molded in the same plastic. They do have some kind of shading on it, just a little bit. And you can see that the fingernails are on there as well. So they do pay attention to detail when it comes to these hands. So with that being said, let's go back to the figure. All right, everybody. So that's pretty much it for this review. I'm going to wrap it up. Just have a couple of things to ask. Remember about the poll I left in the upper right hand corner. Who's better, Vegetto or Gogeta? As you can see, the Demoniacal Fit head fits perfectly fine on the body, so you can get that Super Saiyan look as well. And then you guys can remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss other fantastic reviews from me. I'm Ghost of Sparta. Let's get this video to 100 likes because the support is really needed. I also answer mostly everybody's comments below, so if you have comments, please let me know. If you guys want to let me know what you guys want me to review next, or anything else. If you want to just tell me how your day is, great, put it in the comments below. I'll have other videos also linked in the description, so you guys can take that a look there. And then if you want, you guys can hit me up on Facebook and Instagram. It's all in the description below, so make sure to hit those, and so you can follow me and all my pictures that I post up there of all the figures that I review. Thank you guys, and see you guys next time.